The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
The NBA season rolling right along, and welcome to 2K Sports Studio. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And taking a look here at the Timberwolves, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Hey, Flip Saunders has been around for a couple of decades now in the NBA. What do you think he'll bring to the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Well, you know, he's a very past successful coach. He's been to Minnesota before. I think he's given them their best record they ever had in the league. He's well liked in Minnesota, well respected in Minnesota. He'll do fine up there.
Time now to get you out to the ball game. Kevin Harlan has the call as we send it to him courtside.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. You look at the Timberwolves. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
When I look at Minnesota, you know, they've got to take a step back and just try to pinpoint where things went south for them this season. They're in a tough spot.
But it's so hard to figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You've got games coming night after night. There's just no time to figure it out. You just have to try to right the ship and get things moving.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Young. And it's Bekovic in at the 5. Pass to Rubio. They grab their own miss. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's Rubio. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Martin attacking. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Here's Bekovic. Nice D from Bryant.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Byron Scott had a few moments to share with me. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for that report, Doris. Guys, do you think we'll see game planning early on that might end up developing through the game as far as getting through this very tough defense?
I think there's almost no question that what they're doing offensively at the beginning of the game will change several times before we're finished.
Well, that's what the defense they're facing forces you to do. You have to be ready to adjust and make some changes. It's too complex a defensive scheme to just attack it one set way.
Ricky Rubio, an incredible passer, but his scoring has lagged, Clark. In fact, one of the worst field goal percentages in modern history of the NBA.
Yeah, that's really an incredible figure, Kevin. Since 1965, he's one of 3 players to reach 5,000 career minutes while shooting under 38%. I mean, he's improved year after year, but he's got a long way to go to ramp that efficiency up.
Johnson, wide open, he fired. Drills the three-pointer.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And for Rubio, his offensive struggles are not just because of his jump shot. He also struggles to finish around the rim. Given his size advantage most nights, you'd expect that to be a strength, and that's where I think he could really improve.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Back to Pekovic. Young left side. And that one's good.
And you look at Rubio's shooting percentage and break it down. Hey, he shoots it well from the foul line. He's decent from behind the arc. It's the in-between stuff that's holding him back.
Now here's Nash. Averaging 6 points per contest. Here's Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Hill's got his first basket.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. And that one is hammered home.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and a terrific finish.
Here's Nash after the basket by Minnesota. Here is Bryant. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, a tough season for Steve Nash last year. Injuries limiting him to only a few games, and now in his 40s, it's looking like this might be his last go-around.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this one. For Steve Nash, the last couple seasons, issues with his hip, hamstring, a fractured leg, and then nerve damage. It's been tough sledding.
Yeah, it really has been. It's a product of a long Hall of Fame career, and the body inevitably starts to wear down. I mean, it's tough, but I understand his motivation to finish his career on his terms, especially after all the work he's put in to get him back on the court. But sometimes the storybook ending you desire just doesn't come to be.
First one falls for him. And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them.
The Lakers last season, and this is a remarkable factoid here, folks, that was only the 6th time in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers had missed. Oh, get it! Watch out now. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Nash, averaging 6 points per contest. Hill, a screen on Rubio. Bryant. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Pekovic with a screen on Nash. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Drains the three-pointer. Wiggins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lakers leading by 4. Nash kicks to Boozer. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
And the basket by Rubio. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
You know, it's a little bit surprising that the game got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
They really were. Outplayed them. If you looked only at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. But it was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor that made all the difference.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bennett's checked in for Young. And it's Williams in for Ricky Rubio. And it's Martin missing.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault. And that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Nash, the pass to Kobe. Hill sets the screen for Bryant. On the wing, Johnson launches a three. Now here's Williams. We saw him with 10 points last game. Pass to Pekovic. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Ed Davis is checked in for Hill. Randall comes in for Boozer. Young's checked in for Johnson. And it's Clarkson in for Steve Nash. Here's Clarkson. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Pekovic. Timberwolves trail. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Clarkson. Here's Randall, and he banks in the layup.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Wiggins sets a screen for Williams. Martin wide open. He fires. That's short off the rim.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Young with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And so it's Minnesota with it. 6-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Williams. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got his first 2 points. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You know, all season long, this has been one of the better rebounding teams in the league. And when you rebound the ball well, you limit your opponent's second shot opportunities, and you also give yourself some additional scoring opportunities by climbing that glass.
First free throw is good. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for the Lakers. Minnesota also making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. And Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Kevin Martin. He hits both from the stripe. A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. Williams dishes to Crawford. Bennett setting the pick for Crawford. Feeds it to Bennett. 11 feet away. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
The assist, Jordan Crawford.
Lakers leading by 6. Here's Clarkson. Young outside. Randall with a screen for Young. It's Mo Williams with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Crawford, no luck.
You can't get into much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
They get it again. Randall. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You know, they've really built the lead on their inside game and their ability to convert second chance opportunities, Kevin.
Crawford kicks to Williams. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. That one wide left. Timberwolves trail by 8. Crawford outside. This one for 3. And that one's good. Crawford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Clarkson kicks to Young. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves trail by 6. Crawford, no one around him. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Prince, the pass to Ellington. Here's Young. That misses. Would have caught it had it gone in. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Lakers ahead, leading by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tune in next Tuesday night, December 2nd. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls, East versus West. Be there.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Young is out there with Shabazz Muhammad. Then there's Jordan Crawford. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Zhang in at the center, locking down the middle. And Rubio kicks to Zhang. 6 to shoot. And Hill with the block. Los Angeles leading by 6 on the Wayne Johnson. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. And so the fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, as you know, Andrew Wiggins was taken as the first overall pick of a talented 2014 class, but should have no problem with the pressure. He's been hyped as the next big thing for quite some time. He said, I think playing at Kansas really prepares you for this. You're basically treated like a rock star wherever you go. I think that really translates to the NBA. Gentlemen.
Unlimited potential, Doris. Thank you very much.
Grown man's power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure. And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. Where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
Good. Crawford's got 5 points so far. Los Angeles leading by 4. Now the pass to Young from 11 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league. He's a quality defender as well, and he can play some center. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch.
From the baseline, Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Johnson dishes to Prince. That's good. Prince has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Jang, the rebound by Johnson.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Wes Johnson, the former number 4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Prince. Kobe comes in for Nick Young. And Nash is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Kobe attacking. He feeds it to Nash. Boozer a screen on Rubio. Back to Nash. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bryant. Rejected by Young. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. And Wiggins throws it down.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Wesley Johnson has always been impressive physically. Great size, terrific length for a wing, quick off the floor.
Yeah, he's got all of those ingredients, but his ball handling has been a bit mediocre, rather pedestrian, and I think that's held him back offensively.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Pekovic with a screen on Nash. Rubio the pass to Young. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Martin against Bryant. Martin kicks to Pekovic, and he makes good on the layup. Pekovic has got 9.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Lakers leading by 6. Left side Boozer. And stolen by Pekovic. Here's Wiggins. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Nash dishes to Kobe. Kicks it to Hill. Nash with the screen for Hill.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Lakers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Lakers making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Both free throws good from Hill. Timberwolves trail by 8. Now Rubio, averaging 8 points a game. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. Well, for Ricky Rubio, it seems there's been a little disappointment in his development as a shooter, but still room for hope and optimism. The Timberwolves were much better with him on the floor. His overall impact on the game still undervalued, but clearly impactful.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, Stevie, talk about that stand for Rubio. The Timberwolves were almost 13 points per 100 possessions better with him on the floor.
Yeah, between his passing and his defense, he's a difference maker. Yeah, but I know his shooting percentages haven't been great over the course of his career, but they're getting better. And Rubio, there's no doubting that he makes his team better when he's out there.
Minnesota making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Lakers leading by 5. Outside, Kobe, 9 feet out. Minnesota with the rebound.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Here's Levine. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Clarkson. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Clarkson's got 6. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Levine. Now the dish to Young. Pekovic with the screen for Young. Martin wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Martin's got his second basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
They get it back. Good on the shot. That's 10 points for Hill.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Young, a screen on Bryant. Back to Martin. Lets it go from deep. And it's Martin again missing. Lakers leading by 6. On the wing, Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 7 points. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Levine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's Martin missing.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
And the foul will be against Kevin Martin. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Hill, and Randall subbed in for Boozer. Young against Johnson. Here's Clarkson. He's got 6, and Bryant wide open. He shoots again, the Lakers.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Bryant against Martin. Right at the free throw line. That doesn't go either for Martin.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Up the floor, a pull-up. Again, Los Angeles.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Passes to Levine. Back to Martin. 5 on the clock to end the run, and Pekovic puts it in. Pekovic has got 4 points this quarter.
His shooting has been so good today, and he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Davis setting the pick for Bryant. And it's Johnson penetrating. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Johnson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. Minnesota's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Levine. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Zach LaVine, a bit of a late bloomer. Wasn't a top recruit until he hit a late growth spurt in high school. Now he's a 6'5" combo guard. Came out of UCLA after 1 season. Still a bit unproven, but one of those upside picks because of his athleticism and shooting range.
And Levine played point guard in high school before his growth spurt. And Clark, do you see him as more of a point guard or shooting guard?
I see him as a shooting guard at this point. I mean, just based on what I saw of him in the 1 year at UCLA. Tremendous athleticism. He's a bouncy young fella. Streaky shooter at this point. But I like his energy level. He's going to be a guy that has a chance, I think, to be a really good two-way player.
Here's Clarkson. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pekovic with a screen. Dishes it to Crawford. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Crawford's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Unloads from 9. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Well, they took the season series from this club a year ago, but then again, almost everybody did.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Kept alive. Pekovic, no good with the layup. And here's Kobe with 1 on the clock, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half is now in the books. Lakers lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kobe, what encourages you in what you've seen from the team's offense?
We're playing hard. Our bigs are really working tonight. They're really running the floor well. They're rolling to the basket with a purpose.
Kobe, appreciate the time as always. Gentlemen?
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Without question, Nikola Pekovic displaying his skills today.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Inside, it's Boozer and Hill. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Nash outside. Boozer up top, defended by Young. Boozer passes to Johnson, to the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Pekovic. Here's Wiggins, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Johnson kicks it over to Nash, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Ball going up court, and Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Nash kicks to Bryant. Back to Nash. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hill. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got 4 assists now tonight. Well, the problem was clear last year with the Wolves and what they lacked. Interior defense, so many baskets. Clark giving up at the rim by him.
And in transition as well, Kevin. They were in the bottom 3 in points in the paint and fast break points against. Hard to win consistently with those numbers.
Pekovic, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Nash against Rubio. Nash kicks to Hill. Great D that time from Pekovic.
And for the Wolves, it's just that they didn't really have anyone who can protect the rim for them. They were last in the league in blocks.
Young with no one around. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And the Lakers call time here.
One thing for sure about Minnie, their offense is solid enough, but if they want to make the next step forward, they need to start protecting the rim or get somebody who can protect the rim.
Martin's checked in for Jordan Crawford. Nash outside. The feed to Hill. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Hill's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Rubio misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Nash dishes to Boozer. Bryant against Martin. The drive by Bryant. Minnesota with the rebound. Young's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
But where does Thaddeus Young rank among the league leaders? Let's take a look at some numbers here. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. 9th in steals. And there aren't too many guys more efficient offensively around the league. He's in the top 15 in field goal percentage.
And Steve, I really think he deserves an awful lot of credit for making it into the top 10 in three-point shooting. I mean, that's pretty high-quality marksmanship when you're a top 10 three-point shooter.
Pekovic with a screen on Nash. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. Inside, Wiggins goes back up. And that one's good. Pekovic has got 4 this quarter.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Boozer with the screen for Nash. He kicks it to Hill. The emphatic rejection. Rubio against Bryant. From past the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Nash outside. Into Johnson. It's deflected. Stolen by Rubio. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And it's Wiggins missing.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Los Angeles. Ellington comes in for Kobe. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Rubio against Nash. Hill a screen on Rubio. Hill sets the screen for Nash. Off the pick. Los Angeles with another miss.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. Well, Nikola Pekovic, a battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
Nash kicks to Ellington. Back to Nash. Fires from deep. Nash with another miss.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
Here's Wiggins, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Tayshaun Prince.
Well, the Lakers have been in a bit of turmoil the last few years, and it comes back to not being able to find the right coach.
A few coaches have been given looks since the end of the Jackson era in L.A., and needless to say, it's hard to replace a guy like that.
And for the Lakers, Steve, it's really hard to build something because there is a pressure to win now as well.
I would say that taking their time and not trying to rush back to winning would be the best thing that this franchise can do.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Davis is checked in for Hill. Randall comes in for Carlos Boozer. And Nick Young is subbed in for Steve Nash. Davis, the pass to Young. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Young's got 8 points. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Williams dishes to Wiggins. Out to the right wing. Here's Dang. Second chance shot. Davis with some nice D. The Lakers trail. And Young, here we go. Another miss by Young.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
From deep, Williams. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half. And Davis throws it down.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hop. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
You know, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, I mean, he can put it down.
Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, rebounding and second chance opportunities have been a huge factor in this game.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
It's Crawford with the drive. The kick out to Williams. Knocks down the three ball. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Now here's Ellington. He's guarded by Williams. Prince kicks to Randall. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Muhammad.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Ryan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Julius Randle, drafted out of Kentucky after one season. He fits that classic power forward mold. 6'9", strong, physical, great rebounder, and scores with his back to the basket.
Jang to pass to Crawford. Bennett with it. Guarded now by Prince. Muhammad with it. Working on Bryant. The second chance effort. And the shot falls short this time. The Lakers in the lead. Randall with a screen for Kobe. Looking to get it going. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got his third rebound tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
3 on 3. Here's Bryant. Here's Prince. He dishes it to Randall. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Randall's got 8 points. Timberwolves trail by 3. Williams with the ball. Crawford outside. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Timberwolves second.
That's been an amazing season for them from behind the arc. They've got some great shooters on that team.
Lakers leading by 3. Outside Bryant. Young outside. Bryant dishes to Randall. Here's Davis. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
It's Crawford on the wing. Clocked. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bryant drives in. Randall. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. And that's 10 points for Julius Randle.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Williams to stop the drought. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Muhammad. Now here's Bryant. Fires the 3. Williams with the block. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in Thursday, December 4th. Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. A Western Conference battle. You don't want to miss it.
Los Angeles leading by 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Rubio and Martin manning the back. Pekovic is out there with Young. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. And that one's good. Boozer's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. There's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And Young, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Young's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Nash kicks to Boozer. Nash, the pass to Boozer. Back to Nash. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Nash. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Johnson goes in. That one goes. Count.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Rubio dishes to Bekovic from the arc. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Young.
He's really looking to stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have. Still letting it fly from long range. I love the aggressiveness.
Puts it up. Rebound, Minnesota. Young's got his 5th rebound in this one. Martin wide open. He fires. And that one's good. Bekovic.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. I mean, that feels like a 4-point swing.
Johnson right side. Pass to Randall. The rebound by Young. Young's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wiggins with it. Working on Bryant to take the lead. Rubio. And he converts the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, what's that, 7 lead changes already here? So this is a great matchup, guys. 2 competitive teams going at it.
Hill, he's checked in for Randall. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Crawford's checked in. Hill kicks to Nash. Pass to Johnson. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got 6 assists here tonight. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Young, a screen on Nash. And it's Rubio penetrating. Hill with some nice D.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And Wiggins throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Bryant passes to Nash. Hill sets the screen for Nash. And here's Johnson outside. Again, Johnson missing.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Boozer a screen on Rubio. Johnson right side. This one for 3, and the shot is good.
That's his first 3-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Rubio dishes to Crawford. Feeds to Young. Gets an open look and hits. Young's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Bryant against Crawford. Boozer with a screen for Bryant. And Hill has it in the corner. Back to Kobe. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. Minnesota with the rebound.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
And it's Wiggins missing. The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Shots good by Boozer.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
And Rubio kicks to Crawford. Pekovic with the screen for Crawford. Into Pekovic. The second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. Pekovic has got 19 points.
I think we could be seeing a repeat of last night, fellas. He's just battling out there.
Nash, the pass to Johnson. Outside for Kobe. There's the pass to Boozer. Back to Bryant. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
This is what his team needs right now. Solid scoring opportunities. And he's manufacturing it whenever they need it most.
Rubio dishes to Crawford. Back to Rubio. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Lakers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Here's Bryant. The shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
He's definitely shaken up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out full speed. Guys?
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points here for Ricky Rubio. Lakers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Hill is screen on Rubio. Nash kicks to Hill. Nash with it. Now guarded by Pekovic. The drive by Bryant. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash, 7th assist of the game with that last one. Nash against Rubio. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
It's been a stellar outing in this one for Rubio. He's got 13 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
How big was that? And he's just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Nash, the pass to Bryant. From about 16. Tries again. Here's Hill. Boozer trying to get open, and he drops him the layup off the glass. 18 points for Hill.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Pekovic. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hill's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Nash with it. Guarded now by Rubio. The 19-foot shot. Bryant's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Clock at 6. The jump hook buries it.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're losing by 1. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nash against Rubio. Now here's Nash. Not a lot of room. Nails the tray.
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They're down by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here is Rubio. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Well, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nash kicks to Johnson. Ryan in the post, guarded by Crawford. Just 5 to shoot.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're behind by 2. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
The drive by Rubio. No good to force OT. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Steve Nash. You guys faced a team tonight that really gave a strong effort, yet you were able to overcome them in the end to pick up this victory.
You know, we knew that we had to find a way to stick with it. At the end of the game, you just try to hang with it for your team and try to make plays for your team. And the guys are making plays at both ends of the floor, and we play pretty good basketball.
Steve, we appreciate the time. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And so that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now let's check out the Jordan Player of the Game.